criticized the forum's decision to commit $1 billion to the fight against insurgency.
What we are doing together is to sensitize the general public, especially the youths, on the ills and dangers of irregular migration.
As Nigeria marks the 2017 World Migrants Day, federal government steps up sensitization campaign on dangers of illegal migration. And Pengasen suspends planned strike, orders members back to work. Good evening, a warm welcome to NTA Network News. I am Sheung Olagunju. Reading with me tonight is Ademola in Lagos. Kemi joins us from Ibadan, and Mohammed is in our Maiduguri studio. And thank you for joining us. In exercising the powers conferred on him by the Constitution, President Muhammadu Buhari has approved the extension of tenure of service for General Abayomi Gabriel Olonishakin, the Chief of Defense Staff, Lieutenant General Tukur Yusuf Buratai, Chief of Army Staff, Vice Admiral Ibok Iba, the Chief of Naval Staff, and Air Marshal Sadiq Baba Abubakar, Chief of Air Staff. A statement signed by the Public Relations Officer to the Minister of Defense, Colonel Tukur Gusso, indicates that the President made the decision after reviewing ongoing military operations across the country and efforts of the service chiefs in the counterinsurgency operations in the northeast, as well as the situation in the Niger Delta region. The Minister of Defense, Mansour Mohammed Danali, therefore congratulates the Chief of Defense Staff and the service chiefs for earning the confidence of the President. And still on security, the National Security Advisor, NSA, Babagana Monguno, says the federal government is poised to strengthen the rule of law and the criminal justice response to terrorism. The National Security Advisor said this in a message to the high-level interagency conference on strengthening investigation and prosecution of terrorism offences. Defense correspondent Ismail Musa has the details.
For 9 years, terrorism, an emerging global security challenge, has ravaged the Northeast, displacing millions of people, destroying lives and property. Records from the defense headquarters show significant defeat of the criminals through offensive counter-insurgency operations by the military and international collaborators in the fight against the common enemy. These records are said to be good and encouraging, though experts here at this event, organized by the Office of the National Security Advisor and other international organizations, say
to realize that
much is needed in the quest to adopt the action plan for demobilization, disassociation, reintegration and reconciliation.
There's a need to conduct those judicial prosecution of criminals, and where justice is seen and is seen to be done, it has a way of further re-establishing civil authority.
This program is a follow-up to a need assessment of the Northeast in the area of intelligence collaboration, investigation and persecution of persons associated with Boko Haram, and the urgent desire to rehabilitate and resettle victims of violent extremism.
The nation is very poised to mainstream and strengthen Nigeria implementation of the policy framework and national action plan for preventing and countering violent extremism.
The two-day program has participants from states in the Northeast. Ismail Musa, NTA News.
In the meantime, the Nigerian Armed Forces has reiterated that hard work by officers and soldiers will be rewarded, irrespective of gender, tribe or religion. This was demonstrated as the Navy decorated the first female commodore from the North. Defense correspondent Isaac Nkuma reports on this and another feat recorded by a young female Air Force officer.
Commodore Jamila Abubakar Sadiq Malafa joined the Nigerian Navy in 1988 as a nurse and later proceeded to study law at the University of Lagos in 1995 and was called to the bar in 2002. In her career with the Navy, she has held several appointments, including legal advisor to the head of mission and multinational joint task force headquarters in N'Djamena, Chad. Her achievements, representative of the Chief of Naval Staff say, will inspire more female officers.
She has joined the very few group of generals in the armed forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. I think it's a thing of pride.
I'm so happy that I was the one that could make it today, make the history to the core north.
In the Air Force, 21-year-old pilot officer Kafayat Omolara Sani is on the verge of making history as the first female fighter pilot. She graduated top of her class at the flying school in Kaduna and on her way to the United States for final training on the fighter jet.
Yeah, I feel glad to have this kind of opportunity, to actually go out and be trained for what I really want to be, because I really want to be a fighter pilot.
Pilot Officer Sani is part of the history-making flying course that completed training in 4 months as cadets of the Nigerian Defense Academy, a feat that was last recorded in the Air Force over 30 years ago. In Abuja, Isaac Nkuma, NTA News.
Staying with security, the chairman, Northern Governors Forum, and Borno State Governor Kashim Shettima has described as unfortunate to politicize the recent decision by the Nigerian Governors Forum to commit $1 million as donation to the federal government to fight insurgency in the country. Muhammad Abubakar reports.
So the Secretary, National Economic Council, where the decision for the donation was reached, recently said it was done out of the genuine desire by the forum to assist the country get out of the quagmire caused by the Boko Haram insurgency that has caused monumental losses to life and property. The governor was responding on the insinuations emanating from some quarters that the decision was political.
The security of the nation supersedes all other political considerations. I believe it's preposterous for anybody to make the insinuation that the $1 billion is meant to prosecute the 2019 elections.
The chairman, Northern Governors Forum, defended the action, maintaining that it was not something new or related to happenings elsewhere in the world.
If you look at the Global Peace Index for 2017, for instance, Switzerland is investing $4.7 billion strengthening her military. Switzerland is a small country. They are not beset with challenges of the hydra-headed monster called Boko Haram. They are not contending with ethno-religious violence, with rural banditry, with kidnapping, with all sorts of security challenges that we have been faced with.
It was recently made public that the Nigerian Governors Forum at the recent National Economic Council meeting in Abuja agreed to donate $1 billion from the excess crude account to the federal government to augment.
We apologize for the abrupt end to that report. Now, the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Boss Mustafa, has appealed to traditional rulers to always preach the values of peace, unity and progress as the surest guarantee for peaceful coexistence of the diverse communities in the country. He said this when he paid a condolence visit to the traditional rulers of Numan and Demsa chiefdoms in Adamawa State over the recent crisis that led to the loss of lives and property. Simon Azar reports.
The visit, which is sequel to the recent farmers and herdsmen deadly clashes that have bedeviled the Bachama communities in Adamawa State, is to further give the people a sense of belonging so that they continue to coexist peacefully with one another. Received by the Hamam Bachama and Hamam Bacha of the Numan and Demsa traditional councils, respectively, the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Boss Mustafa, says they should rise above the temptations of the devil, stressing the commitment of the federal government to ensuring safety of lives and property of the citizenry at all costs.
This is truly the season of peace, because the gift that we've received during this season, the gift of the birth of the Lord Jesus Christ, is a gift of peace, it's a gift of love, it's a gift of togetherness, it's a gift of sacrifice. I'm appealing to you, sir, that your voice will go a long way to preaching peace in this domain.
The Hamam Bachama, whom honest Iremia Stephen and his counterpart, Hamam Bacha Alhamdu Glaston Tenike, who appreciated the SGF for his concern, said, as custodians of traditions, they will always uphold the core values of peace and unity to enhance peaceful coexistence of the people.
I thank Mr. President again for even sending that man of God, Mr. Vice President, here. That was sequel to the IG's visits, again AIG's visits. You just have to live with them. But let us try to understand each other.
He also used the visit to present 3 trucks of grains procured for the communities by the National Emergency Management Agency. The secretary to the government of the Federation was also at the State Secretariat of the Muslim Council, where he further stressed the need for parents to always teach their children good virtues of the society. In Yola, Simon Asha, NTA News.
And we will take our next reports from Maiduguri as we now join Mohammed with the reports. Hello, Mohammed. It's over to you.
Hello, Shen. Thank you and welcome to Maiduguri. In continuation of his operational visit to units within the theatre in Borno State, the Theatre Commander Operation Lafia Dole, Major General Rogers Nicholas, has called on troops to apply contemporary techniques in flushing out the remnants of Boko Haram terrorists. Abubakar Mohamed Musa reports.
Dikwa and Mafa local government areas have been the axis used by Boko Haram insurgents to infiltrate Maiduguri, the Borno state capital. Interacting with troops at the headquarters of 22 Armored Brigade Dikwa, the theatre commander Operation Lafia Dole, Major General Rogers Nicholas, said there is need to adopt present-day techniques in eliminating terrorism in the northeast region. He charged the soldiers to exhibit high level of professionalism in the theatre and thereafter had a closed-door discussion with superior officers which lasted an hour. While addressing military personnel at 112 Task Force Battalion Headquarters Mafa, Major General Rogers Nicholas said restoration of peace and civil authority in all the volatile areas in Borno are realizable and charged the gallant soldiers to always operate within the rules of military engagement.
As from what you've seen, people are going about their businesses in Mafa. What you see in Dikwa, a whole community, everybody is going about his business in Dikwa. So they are no volatile area. People are coming back, people are doing their livelihood, people are going to farm, people are going rearing their animals and doing their petty trading.
In all the 2 formations visited, the theatre commander assured troops of better welfare packages. From Mafa in Borno State, Abubakar Mohamed Musa, NTA News.
A general court-martial has passed judgment on 6 military personnel ranging from 5 years imprisonment and death penalty based on various offenses committed. Haman Jabani reports that the president of the court-martial of the 7th Division Nigeria Army, Brigadier General Olusegun Adesina, read the sentences during its sitting in Maiduguri.
Among those court-martial is 1 Lance Corporal John Godwin, found guilty of killing 5 rescued civilians in 2015 and was sentenced to death, while Sergeant Innocent Ototo and Lance Corporal Benjamin Osoji were sentenced to life and 20 years imprisonment respectively for manslaughter of a 13-year-old Yakubu Isa of Zabarmari village in Jere local government area of Borno State. Also sentenced was Private John Onwi, arraigned on 4-count charges of unlawful possession of varieties of rounds of special ammunition and was sentenced to 20 years imprisonment. Private Bitrus Yonana and Lance Corporal Ayuba Jonathan were sentenced to 5 years each in prison for unlawful possession of 925 and 450 rounds of 7.62 mm special ammunition respectively.
The need to demonstrate the commitment of the Nigerian Army to the international humanitarian laws as well as its respect for human rights law served as guide for the court's decision.
The court adjourned to 11th of January 2018 in Maiduguri. Haman Jabani, NTA News.
That's the size of our contribution and it's back to Shehu in Abuja.
Thank you, Mohammed. You're watching NTA Network News. Time for our first break. Stay with us.
Welcome to Zamfara, where opportunities meet commitment. The more than 6 years of Abdul Aziz Abubakar Yari, the people's governor, reflects new dawn, new opportunities, progress, new hope, and of course, the transformed Zamfara state. Education, health, roads, water supply, and road transformation. Name it. Abdul Aziz Yari leads for others to follow. His vision and mission tied around implementing the President Buhari's change mantra to Zamfara people. Carry on, the people's governor. Zamfara, the pride of the nation. This message is brought to you by Arewa Media Group.
Madonna University, founded by Reverend Father Professor E.M.P. Ede, is the first-class science private university in Nigeria and the first Catholic university in West Africa's sub-region, with 3 campuses in Elele, River State, Okija, Anambra State, and Akbugo, Enugu State, citadel of academic excellence and sound moral, free of strike and cultism. Madonna University already has many faculties, including College of Medicine, Pharmacy, Health Sciences, Basic Medical Sciences, Social Sciences, Management. The university is currently admitting undergraduate and postgraduate students for 2017-2018 academic session. Prospective candidates who score up to 120 and above in the UTME are eligible to apply, including those who did not choose the university in their JAMB applications. For further inquiries, call 0813-718-0957 or visit our website www.madonnauniversity.edu.ng. Madonna University, an institution with difference.
Welcome to the Valletta Book of Celebrations.
Life is celebration, my celebration, your celebration, our
The morning dew is a celebration of a new dawn. The sun celebrates the day. The moon celebrates the night. Valletta's sparkling fruit drink, with its sparkling bubbles, celebrates every moment with you. Celebration is for everyone. Anytime, anywhere. Celebration goes beyond special occasions. Enjoy the refreshing taste of celebration anytime, anywhere with Valletta.
Take a good look at our world today and you'll discover something interesting. More and more drivers are choosing mobile motor oils. You see, as engine performance becomes more important than ever, the vehicle owners are coming to expect more from their engine oils. They're demanding more mileage on a single oil change. They're demanding longer-lasting engines and smoother rides. They're demanding the best. And with Mobile, that's what they get. We raised the bar for motor oils with the Mobile Super 1000, and with the Mobile One, we raised it even higher. And because it's made using the most advanced engineering processes, Mobile motor oils leave your engine super clean, increase its durability, and keep it so well protected, it never stops running. So success for you depends on continuous movement. You need engine oil, engineered for that purpose. Mobile, performance at its best.
This must be one of Mother Nature's greatest gifts. But there's something else it gives us. When we see such beauty, we want to share it with those we love. That's what LG wants you to see. Just what we see now, through our technology. LG OLED TV.
A legacy of service spanning 6 years of unbelievable transformation in Zamfara State. 80% subsidy on fertilizer to farmers since 2011. 610-kilometer roads constructed under Dr. Abdulaziz Yari. All federal, state and township roads linked in Zamfara State. Power, 87 communities linked to the national grid.
Healthcare was not left out. Yeriman Bakura Specialist Hospital is topped on the list. First tertiary healthcare facility in the state.
Dr. Abdulaziz Yari has pumped over 10 billion naira into the upgrading of primary healthcare center to general hospitals.
Renovation of over 100 schools and educational facilities.
84 urban water projects. Solar power, delivering 4.5 million liters per day and still counting. Empowerment and poverty alleviation program for the less privileged. Firefighting vehicles for emergency. Dr. Abdulaziz Yari has blazed the trail of unprecedented development in Zamfara State, an indelible legacy of service. Dr. Abdulaziz Yari, delivering the dividends of democracy.
This message is from Zamfara State Ministry of Information.
Nivea combines its unique care with natural cocoa butter and vitamin E. For intensive nourishment that lasts. Glowing, radiant skin. Cocoa butter body lotion from Nivea. Now say goodbye to dry skin with great Nivea specials this Harmattan.
Do you know that the Nigerian police now operates in the best international practices of policing? Do you know that the Nigerian police has been restructured to be more accountable and responsive to all your security challenges? Now, what the police demand from you is your trust, your collaborative efforts by providing necessary information about criminals and their activities in your neighborhood. Be vigilant to achieve our creed as we promise. We shall police the country based on international core values of policing with integrity. We shall ensure that rule of law prevails in our actions and activities. We shall respect diversity, display courage, show compassion, and demonstrate professionalism. We shall operate within the principle of democratic policing. We shall shun corruption, and we shall make Nigeria safer and secured under the leadership of IGP Ibrahim Otum Idris.
Let the wind of change blowing across the country chase away crime for the benefit of our society. Yes, the Nigerian police says this change must come with peace and tranquility.
This message was brought to you by the Public Relations Department of the Nigerian Police Force.
The Director General, Management and Staff of the National Broadcasting Commission cordially invite all stakeholders in the broadcasting industry in Nigeria to the switch on of the digital terrestrial television services in Kwara State. The event we hold as follows. Date, Wednesday, 20th December 2017. Venue, Nigeria Television Authority premises, Fatih Road, Ilori, Kwara State. Time, 9 a.m. prompt. Special guest of honor, His Excellency, President Muhammadu Buhari, President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Guest of honor, His Excellency, Alhaji Abdul Fattah Ahmed, Governor of Kwara State. Chief host, Alhaji Lai Mohammed, Honorable Minister of Information and Culture. Come and be a part of the digital revolution. NBC, your rights to quality broadcasting. Ishak Modibo Kau, Director General, Announcer.
Sabi, make una plan well.
Learn correct information about different kind of family planning method. Then they safe and they work well. You and your partner feel plan when and like to born pikin.
Tanda well, make you yarn with your partner. Make them sabi say you support modern family planning.
Oh yeah, waka go color be the better one. We go fit your body today. Cause say we get one way correct for you and your partner.
Sabi the correct thing where family planning they do. Follow talk family planning with your partner. Waka go do family planning. Get it together. Get it together. Join hand plan your family for tomorrow way better.
Now the Federal Ministry of Health they bring una this Get It Together tori.
Welcome back. The 2017 Migrants Day has as its theme comprehensive approach to combating irregular migration from rhetorics to action. Ilyasu Ali Yakubu reports that the Federal Commissioner, National Commission for Migrants, Refugees and Internally Displaced Persons, Sadia Umar Farouk, said the Commission has intensified collaboration with sister agencies on well-informed sensitization campaign on illegal migration, which has not only subjected youths to slavery and difficulties, but loss of lives.
Irregular migration poses multiple challenges to countries of origin, transit and destination. Migrants in irregular situation are particularly vulnerable to discrimination, exploitation and abuse. Such migrants are also in danger of being exploited by crime organizations involved in human trafficking and migrant smuggling. Nigeria has also had its own share of this menace, as hundreds of thousands of these migrants are spread across the world, facing one form of challenge to another. Already, over 12,000 Nigerians await deportation from Germany, and several others have been deported from Libya and other parts of the world. The 2017 International Day for Migrants is focusing on sensitization on irregular migration. The celebration in Abuja staged a roadshow to drive home the points. The roadshow, which started from the old parade ground, went through major streets of Abuja.
And we in the Commission, we're also doing our own best to see how we sensitize the general public on the ills and dangers of this irregular migration.
What we are doing together is to sensitize the general public, especially the youths, on the ills and dangers of irregular migration. It is okay to migrate, but migrate legally.
And calling on all Nigerians to be friends and partners on this particular incidence of irregular migration.
The key players laid a wreath in honor of those migrants who lost their lives. In Abuja, Ilyasu Aliakubu, NTA News.
Review of the Drugs and Narcotics Act, equipping the National Law Enforcement Agency, and adequate sensitization through holistic approach have been identified as pivotal towards addressing the menace of drug and substance abuse in the country. This was at a Senate roundtable on drugs and substance abuse in Kano State, where the Senate President Bukola Saraki expressed optimism that the conference will provide a framework to end the scourge.
Not even nursing mothers are spared, and the future generations are already endangered by this threat of drug abuse, even while unborn. The Senate decided to take steps to tackle the menace, of which Kano is the first of many that we are planning to engage with. This is really a moment of reckoning for our country. And it is important we look unflinchingly at the problem and tell ourselves the truth.
Talk about drugs and deal with, sometimes I know I've seen this thing about use. I'm not going to take a position on whether you should criminalize use or not criminalize use. I think I haven't yet read enough about it. But I do know that in many cases, when we criminalize a drug user, we are criminalizing a victim. A child who grew up on the streets without parental care, a child who did not have an education, a child who was taught to go out and beg on the streets, whose parents didn't care who he came into contact with.
Clearly shows that the fight is far beyond the capacity of any state government. Far behind. Because the forces behind drug trade are universal, are national, and are extremely very strong.
Now, well-wishers, amongst them Vice President Yemi Osinbajo, the Senate President Bukola Saraki, Speaker, House of Representatives Yakubu Dogara, and the national leader of the APC, Bola Tinubu, were at the presidential villa in Abuja Sunday to celebrate with President Muhammadu Buhari on his 75th birthday. State House correspondent Gideon Ifade reports.
This is the official residence of the president at the presidential villa. On this day, which the president clocks 75, well-wishers led by Vice President Yemi Osinbajo wait patiently to wish him many more years. And this was the mood when President Muhammadu Buhari finally emerges. It was a moment all Nigerians would have loved to be physically present to share with the president, but they have ample representation. Family members, politicians, people from the private sector, young and old Nigerians are well represented.
So I wish him strength. I wish him much longer life. He says he's already gone 3 quarters or so, and I think that he has several more years of service to this great nation.
Congratulate him. I know he doesn't like, as you know, celebrating anything. We just had to come and surprise him and do this. But we thank God for seeing him cheerful, strong, and happy as he is today.
Not that he wants any, but the best thing is to achieve more for Nigerians, and he will do so. And that's our wishes.
He's focused doing his job. There may be challenges, but nobody will accuse him of not being transparent, of not, he will fight corruption to stand till you see what he's doing.
All Nigerians to give him all the necessary support and encouragement so that we'll be able to get the best out of this wonderful human being.
Of us as governors, we jointly congratulate Mr. President and we wish him more and more years in prosperity.
As observed by most of the guests, attaining the age of 75 is only through divine grace. And a lesson to learn from the president is for one to love his or her country and the people with the fear of God. In the State House, Jide Onifade, NT News.
And the secretaries of the government of the Federation, Boss Mustafa, joined other Nigerians to felicitate with the president for another defining moment in his life as the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. The SGF praised the president's national patriotism and optimism in the greatest of the future of Nigeria, which he said are infectious and remain source of inspiration for the many other members of the administration. He prayed Almighty God to continue to guide and protect the president. And we also wish Mr. President many more healthy years ahead. Now, the federal government is fully committed to the development of the nation's cultural and tourism sector for a sustainable economic growth. Information and Culture Minister Lai Mohammed restated this when he visited Governor Ben Ayade of Cross River State in Calabar. Anthony Forson reports.
The minister told the governor that the federal government is determined to partner with states that have identified what they can do with tourism, saying Cross River State has blazed the trail and made Nigeria proud.
It's the biggest street party in Africa. We are proud to say that. Even the dry run that we witnessed yesterday showed the level of discipline. I believe that we have something on our hand that we can export. We have something that we can sell to the world.
To this end, the minister told the governor that the federal government has introduced a number of measures that will make the sector to thrive.
We've now also included that this industry, we have granted it a pioneer status. Oh. Yes, which means anybody who's invested a certain amount of money in this industry can come back to government and apply to take the benefit.
On his part, the Cross River State governor told the minister that Cross River State is proud to be honored by the federal government and the recognition it has given the Calabar Carnival.
And therefore, to underscore it by his coming here for the dry run series is to show that the federal government understands the role of the carnival on building the integrity, character, morality, and virtue of our youths.
The governor maintained that the carnival is tailored towards building a new character for the future generation. In Calabar, Anthony Forson, NTA News.
In politics, 3 years after the adoption of the INEC gender policy and political parties in Nigeria, the Commission is expressing concern that the parties are yet to practically show commitment in their actions and manifestos. To this end, INEC summoned a meeting of political parties, leadership and relevant stakeholders to change the trend before the next election. Political correspondent Abdullahi Garba-Kudu reports.
With their numerical strength put at nearly 49% of the nation's population, women are not to be relegated to the background in the political space. This is, however, the situation in Nigeria, as INEC identifies that only a negligible number participate as candidates and in the voting process. This is also manifested in the appointive and elective positions. These are some of the issues before the meeting between INEC and political parties for effective implementation of Gender Policy 2014.
But a decline in the number of elected female politicians in the 2015 general elections show a manifestation of female political disempowerment, and this is more worrisome.
It is a known fact that women are disadvantaged in many ways, and as such, the objective of gender equality has remained paramount.
We want an honest, level playing ground. Because I know what I suffered, what I went through to become a member of House of Representatives.
Political parties' leadership pledged to review their strategies to create more space to the women folk while working with the Commission. In Abuja, Abdullahi Garba-Kudu, NTA News.
Another set of 500 beneficiaries have graduated from various skills acquisition programs in Kano, courtesy the Future Assured program of the wife of the President, Aisha Muhammadu Buhari. State House correspondent Aliu Kabir reports that the wife of the President, who presented the certificates to the graduates, also commissioned the first Aisha Buhari Skills Acquisition Center, Kano chapter.
The 500 beneficiaries who are purely male youth selected from the 44 local government areas of Kano State were trained in various activities comprising modern fish farming, leather work, modern rabbit farming, paint making and barbing, as well as pedicure and manicure. Presenting the certificates to the beneficiaries, the wife of the president urged them to use the acquired skills to support their lives and that of their families, and equally train others who are not opportune to be part of the program. Mrs. Buhari explained that the gesture is to complement government effort in creating job opportunities to teeming Nigerian youth and reduce poverty, while emphasizing on the need for well-meaning individuals to assist the graduates with the startup capital to stand on their feet. The wife of the president assured the youth that similar gesture is underway to all parts of the country to checkmate youth restiveness. The wife of the governor of Kano State, Dr. Hafsat Ganduje, and other stakeholders, as well as the beneficiaries, assured the wife of the president of their full support in achieving the target of the program. In the meantime, Mrs. Buhari has commissioned Aisha Buhari Skills Acquisition Center in Kano, equipped to train women in various handwork, such as fashion and interior decoration, shoe and bag making, among others. Commissioning the center, the wife of the president called on both the facilitators and the beneficiaries to put all effort for their own benefit and the entire society. Mrs. Buhari later paid a condolence visit to the family of late Namasan Kano Yusuf Maitama Sule, who died in July this year while she was away. The wife of late Namasan Kano, Gogwanusa Maitama, and his younger brother, Nasru Maitama, expressed gratitude to the wife of the president on behalf of the family. In Kano, Aliu Kabir, NTA News.
The Petroleum and Natural Gas Senior Staff Association of Nigeria, PENGASN, has suspended its strike, which started in the early hours of Monday after an intervention by the Ministers of Labour and Petroleum Resources. Correspondent Emmanuel Anyimiro has that update and the commencement of a 3-day warning strike by the Senior Staff Association of Statutory Corporations and Government-Owned Companies.
PENGASN has reasoned with the government not to heat up the situation in the oil and gas sector, particularly now that Christmas is in the air. Government directed Nekonde Oil to reverse its decision, which led to the strike.
We asked Nekonde to reabsorb the affected worker.
On behalf of the National Executive Council of PENGASN, Central Working Committee hereby suspends the nationwide strike with immediate effect, and all members are resume normal duties immediately.
In a related development, Federal Housing Authority workers are protesting 6 years of backlog of promotion and non-remittance of statutory deductions.
Of 2011 must be conducted within the next 2 weeks.
And what brought about this stagnation? Some are even retired civil servants. They are occupying a career position.
September 2015, we got the first tranche of staff in FHA to be promoted. The only one that is remaining is grade level 15 and above. We have to get approval from the ministry. The housing of allowance of level 15 and above were paid in the evening of Friday.
Emmanuel Anyimiro, NTA News.
Time to go to Lagos as we join Ademola for the next set of reports. Hello, Ademola.
Show is good to have you join us in Lagos. The Federal Road Safety Corps says it will continue to partner with stakeholders in the transportation sector and other organizations to achieve a zero road crash across the country. The Corps Marshal of the FRSC, Boboye Oyeyemi, stated this at a mega rally to flag off this year's Don't Drink and Drive campaign in Lagos. Tunde Saiki reports.
The objective of this year's Ember Month campaign is to promote safety on all roads across the country with the culture of not drinking and driving. It is a known fact that during this period, stakeholders in the road safety always redouble their efforts towards ensuring that less or no road crash is recorded within the period. As part of efforts at realizing this aim, the Corps decided once again to take the campaign to the parks in Lagos, where the various participants in the road transport business were once again advised to avoid pitfalls that encourages road.
We need the support of the public, we need the support of the drivers, we need the support of convoy drivers. All Nigerians, we need their support for us to record each free end-of-the-year patrol activities.
Other stakeholders at the event promised to continually partner with all the agencies involved in ensuring safety on our roads to achieve a zero road crash this period.
The key message is not drink and drive. If you drink, don't drive. And if you intend to go as a group, appoint a driver amongst you or take a taxi.
To add spice to this year's mega rally, the French ex-international footballer Thierry Henry was also on ground to add his voice to the call for a safe motoring season.
You endanger yourself and you endanger people. So be safe out there, please. Very important.
This year's celebration marks the 13th in the series of such mega rallies in the country. In Lagos, Tunde Saiki, NTA News.
The first Nigerian pilot, Bob Hayes, was the recipient of the 2017 Caris Award at the annual National Grace event of the Household of God Ministries in Lagos. Elizabeth Ewuga, who was at the event, reports that 4 charity organizations also received the Grace Award cash donation of 2 million naira each in recognition of their contributions to national development.
By his philosophy that greatness does not consist in being great, but by the ability to make others great, the founder and pastor of Household of God International Ministries, Reverend Chris Okotie, said the annual Grace event is the church's way of giving back to the society.
We're galvanized by charity. We're motivated by love. We're actuated by Christ-likeness to do what our Master has mandated us to do. We still have people who believe in love, who believe in community, who will look after their neighbor, their brother's keeper. That's the philosophy behind the Grace and Caris Award.
Organizations awarded were Partially School for the Blind and Partially Sighted, the Spinal Cord Injuries Association of Nigeria, the Strong Tower Mission, and Sunshine Foundation. The 2017 Caris Award was bestowed on the first Nigerian pilot. The event also featured the annual Queen Esther Beauty and Costume Pageant competition to demonstrate the beauty of God's creation. This is the 27th anniversary of Grace event and 21st anniversary of Caris Award. It is a social charity event to celebrate God's grace, encourage patriotism, and support for the needy and poor. In Lagos, Elizabeth Ewuga, NTA News.
Football fans got a lifetime opportunity to interact with French soccer legend Thierry Henry at an event organized by Guinness in Lagos. The event, tagged Guinness Made Black, saw brand ambassador Thierry Henry watch the West Brom and Manchester United match with football fans in an atmosphere of fun.
Guinness Nigeria once again celebrated its passion for football by uniting fans and rewarding them with incredible football experience. This time, it's Made of Black ambassador Thierry Henry who visited Nigeria for the first time to delight football fans. Managing Director of Guinness, Peter Ndegwa, says the French striker was chosen as the Made of Black ambassador for his skills and ability, which had tremendous impact during his playing days in England.
Guinness has sponsored football for a long time, including the sponsorship of the English Premiership in terms of broadcasting rights. And that's why we are delighted today to be welcoming our Made of Black ambassador. Those either consumers or fans or individuals who are not afraid to chart a path that they want to chart in the future. They want to go for success.
It's all about inspiring Nigerians to keep being, to keep fighting, to keep
pursuing their dreams to be the best that they can be, because the whole Made of Black campaign is celebrating that attitude, that abound. And when you get those small steps, remember to celebrate with a bottle of Guinness.
The four-time English Premier League top scorer Thierry Henry is partnering with Guinness to inspire football fans who have shown their Made of Black spirit.
When you work hard, you know, things come your way, but I wouldn't have been able to do it also if I didn't play in a good team. You know, it was a good team. I don't especially agree with it. I embrace it, but we were a good team, so I took advantage of that.
The Guinness Be a Front Row Fan National Consumer Promo runs till the end of January 2018. In Lagos, Musa Toliat, NTA News.
You're still watching NTA Network News. More reports ahead after this timeout. Stay with us.
Wake up on a Mocha mattress and wake up to feeling good.
Season's greetings from FCMB, My Bank and I.
Get 10 times your recharge value to call and browse anyhow. Recharge with *220 style the pin hash to enjoy this offer. Available to new and existing subscribers.
Airtel, the smartphone network.
Come join us. Mom says we have more than enough.
Wherever you may travel, whoever you will be with, we wish you a supreme Christmas. Be supreme, Nigeria.
Oh, see how oily I am. It'll take forever to clean this.
Take it easy, Pan. Your days of endless scrubbing are over. Madame just bought Sunlight dishwashing liquid.
What do you know about a Pan's life?
This advanced formulation has real lemon juice that'll cut through all those stains fast in just one wipe.
Wow, that was fast.
See how easy it is to remove oil in one wipe?
Sunlight dishwashing liquid removes oil stains in just one wipe.
Hurry up, you're going to be late for school.
What's wrong? I forgot my lunchbox at home. Wanna share mine? This is yummy. My mom used Bama mayonnaise. What's wrong? I forgot my lunchbox again. You can share mine.
What's your excuse? Bama mayonnaise makes it better.
Born in Japan, Ajinomoto is a seasoning used around the world, made from a natural ingredient and goes through the natural method of fermentation. Ajinomoto's distinctive sweetness deepens the taste of your home cooking. Ajinomoto is made for moms who wish to provide lovely and delicious home cooking to their families. Ajinomoto will always maintain a high quality in the future because we know mother's cooking is what strengthens family ties.
Umami brings deeper taste, deeper love.
The advertiser
Advertising Practitioners Council of Nigeria, APCON, in collaboration with Katsina State Government, heartily invites
political parties, advertising practitioners, media and civil society organizations, religious leaders to a stakeholders forum on political advertising.
Theme: regulating political advertising, avoiding hate speech.
Chief host, His Excellency, Right Honorable Aminu Bello Masari, the Executive Governor of Katsina State.
Special guest of honor, His Royal Highness Alhaji Dr. Abdulmumini Kabir Usman, the Emir of Katsina.
Date: Saturday, December 23rd, 2017. Venue: Katsina Motel Conference Room, Katsina State, Nigeria. Time: 9 a.m.
For inquiries, contact Abba on 0803-956-2705.
Alhaji Garba Bello Kankarfi, Registrar and Chief Executive, APCON. Announcer.
Thanks for staying with us on the Network News. We head to Ibadan now as we join Kemi for more reports. Hello, Kemi. Good to see you.
Hello, Sheung. It's good to see you and welcome to Ibadan. The legislature at the federal level says it will collaborate with the executive arm to resolve the teething challenges of the power sector to make electricity available and affordable for all. This was the outcome of the interactive session of the House of Representatives Committee on Power with stakeholders, including consumers in Ibadan. Correspondent Shola Wahid reports.
Chairman, House Committee on Power, Honorable Dan Asuko, explained that the reason for the interactive session was to find out the problems consumers of electricity across the country and provide lasting solutions.
So we are coming as arbitrators to make sure some of these issues are solved within the most possible time and Nigerians will get value for money.
But in a situation whereby they are not having power, you see a lot of social crises happening. Many of them are dribbling from the rural to urban because of irregularity in supply of power.
There's still more for them to do and there's still room for improvement.
Some consumers explain that erratic power supply, overbilling, non-supply of prepaid meters are few among the problems bedeviling the power sector.
If they can change some of these wires to be normal with the others, I think this will reduce the amount or the rate of blowing of transformers, and then there will be more better light, and then the improvement will be okay with them.
I want to appreciate these field staffers of these guys. They are doing wonderfully well. But sometimes if you don't hear from the high command, we may not be able to get a solution to some of these problems.
Members of the House Committee on Power assured the people that adequate measures will be put in place to address the problem in the power sector. In Ibadan, Shola Wahid, NTA News.
And that's it from Ibadan. Thanks for being with us. It's back to Sheung in Abuja for the continuation.
Thank you, Kemi, and we will be taking another short break. Please stay with us.
Strategies for reducing poverty through entrepreneurship come under scrutiny on NTA Tuesday Live this week. Tuesday Live promises to be incisive, informative, and educating. Join us.
It's okay, Mommy's here. Pampers Baby Dry, the driest diaper in Nigeria, has a unique extra sleep layer and locks wetness away better, so your baby can sleep soundly all night. Pampers, wishing you love, sleep and play.
Dettol team is visiting schools to teach children how to protect themselves from diseases. Do you know how we get illnesses like diarrhea, cough, and cold? No! They are spread through germs which are everywhere. You collect germs that cause diseases. You pick up germs from any surface, like when you don't wash your hands after going to the toilet, while playing. And then you can get sick because of germs. That's why you need to fight germs to stay healthy by washing your hands and taking your bath with Dettol soap to protect from up to 100 illness-causing germs.
Wash, wash, wash your hands. What you have to do is bath, bath, bath yourself. Dettol soap every day. Wash, wash, wash your hands.
The National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control, NAFDAC, is working to ensure access to safe, good quality essential medicines with the World Health Organization pre-qualification of made in Nigeria pharmaceutical products, stiffer penalties for fake drug offenders with a review of NAFDAC laws, national, regional, and international collaborations, cutting-edge technologies, including the mobile authentication service.
The production and distribution of counterfeit medicine and adulterated food products have negative impact on our health and economy as a whole. I urge all Nigerians to support NAFDAC in safeguarding our health. God bless Nigeria.
Let us support NAFDAC to win the war against fake drugs and other unwholesome regulated products. NAFDAC, safeguarding the health of the nation.
Sports update is next with Adiola Omokivie.
A national table tennis championship organized by the Nigerian Table Tennis Federation ended Saturday in Lagos. The first 4 male and female athletes made the list of players who will join the foreign base for the final campaign ahead of the 2018 Commonwealth Games.
The competition is going to be so tough that even you are not sure who is going to be part of the team, because